Good morning and welcome to the Footy Show. Do not adjust your TV sets. It's Easter. And we thought we'd be a little bit silly today. We've got a lot of friends on the desk to say good morning to everybody. And as somebody said, if that other big bloke on the other Footy Show in Melbourne can wear a Moreton Bay rug, well, so can I. Is that a Moreton Bay rug? That'll do. But I'm going to wear one anyway. Hello, everybody. Yes, it is the Footy Show and it is Easter. Hope you're having a really good day for your Easter holidays. And last week in footy, we had the East Geelong Eagles on the Friday night. Absolutely too good for the Geelong West Cheetahs. Absolutely blitzed them out there at the Church Street Oval with Lucas Murphy from the East Geelong Eagles kicking 11 goals. A great effort indeed. The big showdown out there, Belpost Hill and Anarchy out of Footrot Flats. Anarchy, of course, much improved side in 2011, but last year's premiers proved far too strong, booting away in a very convincing win indeed with Brent Gergich best on the ground. See, Smithy, I got it right. You're all laughing. You thought I wasn't going to say the right thing, but I got it right. Out of the Keith Barclay Oval, the North Geelong Magpies, really back in a winning vein now. Too good for the Tommy Tigers, the Violet Crumbles, with Paul Brigette, whatever you want to call him. We call him Froggy. He's kicked 8 goals and he's right on fire in 2011. And up at the Duck Pond, Werribee Central's much too good for Bannockburn, are really struggling in 2011. And Inverleigh in the 94.7 match of the day, too good for the Cryo Devils. Good morning. I am the Easter Bunny. Yes, I'm a good friend of Dick Philpotts. And once again, as Dick does, I have assembled some of the biggest names and brains in local football to eradicate, adjudicate, articulate, and definitely not procrastinate. First of all, the legend from the Bannockburn Footy Club, who is absolutely envious that I now have feathers, Dale Smith. Good morning, Dale.
Yeah, no, it's nice, Dick, and I've woken up to breakfast this morning, but coming in to see you this morning, Dick, that's the biggest fried oven I've seen on a Saturday morning.
I know, it's a long time since I've had a hair. I think I might have been about 4 years old, but that's okay.
So I've got used to having no hair. I reckon I like it that way, better the other way.
Absolutely beautiful, aren't I? No. And of course, the king of the kids, Jason Doherty. Good morning, Jace.
You're embarrassing. You are such an embarrassing person.
What's embarrassing? You've got 3 bunnies in front of you. You don't look that flash.
No, that's okay. Hang on, let me move that one there.
Bunny 1, bunny 2 and
4,
bunny.
there you go. Look
4
at that.
bunnies.
See, look at that. Lots of bunnies.
Comedy.
Yeah, that's the most embarrassing thing. No, there'd only be one more embarrassing thing. You going nude somewhere, I reckon. You having hair. What does Rosemary think about it?
It's Rosemary's hair.
You're a cross between... Let's not go there. You're a cross between Billy Ray Cyrus and Miss Piggy, I reckon.
Billy Ray Cyrus. Well, thank you very much. I think that's a compliment. I always want to do this, folks. Look at this.
See, that's what Miss Piggy does.
Completely thrown, folks. You idiot, Jason. We are now going to cross for our interview this morning, and of course it was with Shane Stone, the coach of the Inverleigh Hawks. Here's Kel Leather.
Shane, good victory, good follow-up after a close encounter with East Geelong. That looks like they're going to be a very good side this year. You got the chocolates against Corio and had a good performance.
Yeah, we did. I suppose the finish was really, really good. We were a bit ordinary early. Our kicking in the third probably kept them in the game, but the way the boys finished off was really good. So,
yeah, I was going to ask you about that kicking. Were you a bit disappointed with that at 3/4 times? Is something that you brought up with the players?
not so much brought up. I mean, I think they knew anyway, but it's one of those things. You sort of keep a side in. I think we kicked 2-9, 9-2, and the game's over at 3/4 time instead of having to, really step up in the last. But, to their credit, they controlled all of the third, just didn't get the reward, and in the last they started to get the reward, which was good.
Yeah, had really good ball movement, and your young players, I could probably name about 8 that are just really looking like a likely type, and they're really committed to their footy, and they really do a good job with their fitness and rotated well. So is that something that you think's one of your strongest part of your team?
Yeah, definitely. We've we've focused a lot on our quick hands and running the ball quick. We've got we're lucky enough, Dean Muir and David Peel come back from the Falcons and Williamstown, and we've sort of just trained for them to run as hard as they can, and then when they need a spell, put their hand up, come off and have a quick break, and then get back into it again. But it's a really tight group. They've worked really hard over the summer, and it's going into the games at the moment. So,
can you tell us about Ansell, just where he's from, and his vertical leap's obviously fantastic. He's really fitting in well to your team.
Yeah, he has. He come from Queenscliff. He was at Queenscliff last year. He had a bit of injury problems down there, but he's originally come from over the west. I think he played in the Waffle with one of the sides there for a little while, and then over in the West Country footy. So he's moved out to Teesdale. So we were lucky to get him, and he's been fantastic. He gives you such a a good target coming forward, and we haven't really seen the best of him yet. He's probably dropped a few that he should have held on to today, and the boys are still started getting used to kicking it to where he is because he's so explosive off the mark. We're not quite getting it out in front of him far enough at the moment, but I'm sure that'll come. We've got a long time to work on that.
Are you looking forward to the bye, or do you think it's something that will sort of hamper your form at the moment?
Yeah, no, I don't think it'll hamper our form. We're looking forward to it. I mean, we knew we had a pretty tough run early. We had the two big sides first up, and then this one probably backing up after East to finish the way that we did was really good. And I think now, we look forward to the bye and freshen the guys up and get ready for Thompson straight after.
And welcome back, and thanks again, Kel, for a great interview with Shane Stone there from the Inverleigh Hawks. The big game last week, as we said, was out at the Inverleigh Oval. It was against the Crichton. What are you looking at?
Oh, really?
Oh, really? Oh, I haven't heard that one before, have we? That's good, that. At least our bird talks. The other bird didn't talk, did it? Oh, really? Inverleigh and Crichton. I'll throw it over to you, Dale. If you can concentrate for just 1 minute. Inverleigh absolutely starting the season off pretty well at the moment.
Their first win of the season.
Well, but they played well the first game too.
They did. They played well. Actually, the second week was probably the better one. But
Thank you.
Look, they've got some good young kids out there, good young side, plenty of runners. Ansel at full forward is going to be a real hit and miss player. I think at full forward he's going to kick you a bag of 10 or 11 one day, and the next time he's going to kick you nothing because he's a little bit unpredictable that area. But his game's pretty good. He's pretty quick. He's mobile. He's about 6 foot or 6'1", I suppose, maybe even taller. But he's a real good go-to man, considering they lost the big A Lewis. But through the middle of the ground, it was David Peel, Hybens in the ruck was good, McConaughey on a wing, Lockie Hill on the other wing was really good. The only disappointing thing, they lose Booth and they lose Hickelin for some time now, with Hickelin going down with a hip injury. I think it's also reported, but I don't know how that came out. And Booth did a calf pretty badly. So they play the two premiership sides to teams from last year. They've got their win on the board last week. If they can get through the next 5 or 6 weeks and string a few together, they're going to be a real danger come finals time on that big ground at St Albans.
Yeah, that's good, because it is good to see the Inverleigh Hawks back. I wish I hadn't got this wig on now. I really don't. Actually, it's not a wig, it's real. What are you looking at? It keeps on coming back at me, the stupid chook. Actually call it Popey, because he was very well known for his egg laying around town. Well, the chook is anyway, fair enough. We're going to take I don't believe this morning. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we've got a very special guest on this morning who is a very well-known personality around local football. We're going to pay a few bills, take a break, be right back after this.